Coming live from the HPU Esports Arena, powered by DSC Hawaii, on the Hawaii Pacific University campus at Aloha Tower Marketplace, here's your host, Hawaii Pacific University's Vice President and Chief Marketing Communications Officer, Jeffrey Rich.
Aloha Sharks Nation, this is not Jeffrey Rich, this is Vicente Molina, your host today. I'm also captain on the baseball team here at Hawaii Pacific University. Welcome back to another episode of Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. We're broadcasting live from the HPU Esports Arena, powered by DSC Hawaii. Today's show will look and sound a little bit different. Typically, we focus on one sport, and we have a couple athletes and their coaches talking about that sport. But today, we have 5 talented and dedicated HPU student athletes. We'll be talking with Allison Ross from women's basketball, Josh Niusulu from men's basketball, Joel Larson, Savina Molina from HPU softball, and from HPU baseball, we'll have myself, Vicente Molina. Our athlete roundtable will focus on each one of our unique perspectives and experiences of being a student athlete here at HPU. But before we get to our guests, I'm also joined alongside my co-host and Sharks Weekly veteran, Greg Fishbach. Greg, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for this is exciting. We have so many great student athletes here. I'm excited to talk to everybody.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to most about today's episode?
Oh, just learning about everybody's background, and we were talking to Allison earlier about her trip kind of around the world, almost around the world on semester at sea. So can't wait to hear from everybody on their lives and their majors and what they're doing in their sports.
No doubt. I'm really excited for it. Well, let's meet our wonderful athletes, Savina, Joel, Josh, Allison. We're really happy to have you guys on here today to talk about the student-athlete experience here at HPU. Welcome into the show. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
I'm doing good myself as well.
Me as well.
I'm doing great. I'm blessed.
Awesome. Yes, we're all blessed. Well, Josh, I want to start with you. Tomorrow night, you guys are opening up your first game of the year, 7 p.m. at the Shark Tank against Alaska Anchorage.
Yes, sir.
Saturday night, you guys also have another game, 7 p.m. against Alaska Fairbanks. Yeah. What's the overall vibe of the squad right now? What are you guys looking forward to the most for this upcoming season?
Right now, it's just prep week. We're just, running the plays, last-minute, calls, and we're just trying to, sharpen our tools and just get ready for war on tomorrow.
No doubt. And I've had the privilege of being in on your practices over the last 5 weeks. I've really gravitated to how Coach Jesse Nakanishi and his staff goes about their business and the standards and expectations they put in place for you guys, and your guys' willingness and effort to, follow those expectations and raise the bar day in and day out. I'm curious, what do you admire most about Coach Jesse Nakanishi and his coaching staff?
Yeah, man. I mean, it started last year when he was a first-year head coach. He set the bar high, and so it just translated to this year even higher. So I mean, he's just pushing us every day, keeping us, making sure we're not declining and we're just progressing. And yeah, he's just been pushing us, and he's been working really hard. Prep week of just the scouts, and making sure that we're not messing up on anything, and we're just looking good.
Yeah, you guys were a Pac West playoff team for the first time in a long time last year, coming off a good year. I know you guys are hungry for more and want to prove to everyone how good of a team you are.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing what you guys do on the court.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Yep. Allison, you guys just came back from a California road trip against Cal State Bakersfield and University of Santa Clara. How was it playing 2 Division I teams on the road this past week?
Yeah, I think it was really good for us. I think starting the season off, starting some really highly talented teams, it really helps us open up our season and kind of play those other teams to that level. And yeah, it was really good to kind of see, we have a lot of new people this year, so kind of seeing how the team works together, seeing what people kind of have chemistry together, and just kind of seeing each other's rhythm, because everybody kind of has a different rhythm when they play. So kind of being able to, in an exhibition game as well, worked together well.
Yeah, and you talk about all these new people joining the team. Do you think going on the road to start the year is a good way to build team chemistry and get to know each other a little bit better?
Yeah, 100%. You kind of get to know each other's little things. You share a hotel room, you kind of learn a lot about somebody. And even just you get really tired, you see each other at your worst, at your best. So it really helps to, like you said, get to know each other a lot better.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, how do your teammates help you be your best self on and off the court?
I think they really push me, and I mean, we collectively as a team push each other. I think if someone's not performing as well as we know that they can be, we kind of try and get on them, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jewel and Savina, I want to bring you guys into the conversation here. Right now, you guys are in the off-season training phase, preparing for the spring season, very similar to us on the baseball side. I know we're at the point of the fall where it feels like the dog days. But I'm curious to know what you guys have been up to preparing for the upcoming year.
So far this year, compared to the other years, we've been lifting a lot more. So we lift Wednesday, Saturdays. Then we have practice Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, we've been having off, which is very different from the last 3 years. Usually it's practice, 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 but our coach is allowing us to really focus on our academics this year because everybody has such, I feel like, packed schedules. So if we were to have practice, half the team wouldn't even be able to show up.
Wow.
So just really making do with the time that we do get to practice as a team.
Yeah, like we also added double days. I think it was because of you guys. But it's on Saturdays. We lift in the morning and then we go to Sand Island and just hit, which is nice. But that's also different and it really pushes us. And like when we practice, like because we have those days off, we like really make use of our time, which is nice because like me and Joel wouldn't be able to go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So it's really nice that they're letting us like have a break as well as like not being stressed out about school. Like, oh my God, we have class, we're missing practice. It's super like stress-free environment this year.
And how do you balance, like all of you, I guess, how do you balance a busy athletic schedule with a busy academic schedule? I mean, that must be really kind of difficult, right? I mean, how do you do that?
I personally have a super crazy schedule. I'm also working. I'm trying to go to PA school, so I'm getting like my patient care hours. So I work as an MA. So I kind of do a lot. Like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we have class, and then it's like Wednesday, Friday, I don't have class, but I'm working and then going to practice. So I found myself in a really good schedule. Like on the days that I don't have practice, I make sure when I'm off of work, I do my homework and stuff, and I actually am doing pretty good. But it's really hard, like
Time
having
management.
a tough schedule like that and then working.
Yeah.
But like once I got in my routine, it's like it's easy to me. But everyone's like, "Oh my God, Savina, how do you do that?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
What about you?
Yeah, I just think it's
Same
like
thing?
you just have to have a routine. Like I feel like
just falling into a routine.
yeah, like when you start
right.
classes, like you just know the days, and then you obviously have the time slots of those days where you just have to go to class. So then you work around practice time. So I think just having a good like routine where you just find the perfect spot. I think that's.
And you're
like
a senior.
best.
Has it gotten easier as the years have gone by?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I have classes Monday and Wednesday, so like Tuesday and Thursdays and Fridays are like my homework days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. I mean, that's fantastic. You guys are able to do that. What about you, Allison?
I think for me, like taking online classes helps me a lot.
Oh, okay.
Because then it gives me more time to kind of work on my stuff, but then also not spend as much time physically in class.
Yeah, that's great. Wow.
Yeah, it truly is one of a kind experience to be a student athlete, huh?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
How do you balance your schedule? Is it the same as everybody else?
Yeah, so me and Savina are also taking 18 credits this semester
that's a
and next
lot.
semester so that we can graduate on time. Shout out to our academic advisors for making that happen
That's
because
fantastic.
without them, we would not be graduating on time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I also work, so it's definitely hard. My life revolves around school and softball. Everything else has to flow in after that.
Right.
So,
Wow. Impressive. I think all of the students at HBU, especially the student athletes, balancing schedules, it's also impressive, I think.
It really is. Savina and Jewel, I want to ask you one more question about softball. What do you guys appreciate most about your coaching staff?
I appreciate most about my coaching staff that we're very family oriented. We have local coaches, local alumni, and they make it feel like we are a family. Being from Hawaii, we are a family, and I feel like we do a really good job. Our coaching staff does a really good job at welcoming people that are not from Hawaii and creating a culture and traditions that revolve around Ohana family, making everybody feel comfortable, it helps everybody thrive and grow.
I will second that, what Joel said, but I think personally for me, I appreciate the most, like, again, how flexible they are this year, especially with me. I've missed a couple practices to do, like, PA shadowing hours, and they're, like, super supportive about it. Like, yes, like, Savina, that's your future, like, put that first. And so I think I appreciate that the most, and I know a lot of other girls, like, who are bio majors who have crazy schedules, they miss a lot of practice, and they're very reassuring about, like, schools first. So, yeah.
I agree. It sounds very similar to us on the baseball side, and Coach Dane and his staff have created a very family-oriented atmosphere. And first off, they care for us as people, and that goes a long way. And then it's really easy to follow their lead whenever they're coaching us on the field. Well, we got to hit our first break. We'll be right back with more from our HPU athletes. Today's episode of Sharks Weekly is brought to you by Hawaii Pacific University's Holamua Commitment, guaranteeing admission and scholarships to make private college education accessible. Visit hpu.edu/affordable for more details.
You're listening to Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Networks, 95.1 FM and AM 760.
Welcome back, Sharks Nation. You're listening to Sharks Weekly here on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. We're joined by Jewel Larson, Savina Molina, Josh Niusulu, and Allison Ross. We're just getting this conversation going. Listeners, remember, you can text in questions for our guests at 808-888-5481. We'll answer them throughout the show. That's 808-888-5481. So, Jewel, I want to start with you right here. You're selected to the All-Pac West first team as an infielder last year. First off, congrats for that honor.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're a defensive stud on the field, and your leader or your teammates characterize you as a leader on the diamond. What do you personally look to improve upon this upcoming season in your game?
Everything. I think, well, honestly, everything. You can always get better. I made a personal goal this year that I wanted to be Pac West Player of the Year.
Wow.
And that's big, but it's my last year. This is like my last hoorah for softball. After this, I'll just be a NARP, non-athletic, regular person. So, I got to go big. But, I just want to improve everything I can. Less errors. I got you this year, Shorty. Less errors. Improve the batting average, more RBIs, more stolen bases, improve everything.
And how are you going to work on improving your batting average and RBIs? And is it more time practicing in the, with the range, or?
I think just being very mindful of the time that I do get to practice offensively, but also I think a lot of it is positive self-talk. I don't think I realized how big of a difference having a positive mindset and positive self-talk actually improves your game. So when I'm in those situations where I have to come in and cash somebody in, just telling myself and believing that I can do it and then finding a way to do it.
That's great.
For you, how does it feel playing in being at home and playing and representing Hawaii?
I love being here. I love that my family comes to all my games. I am gonna be a first generation graduate of college, and it was always my goal to stay home and allow my family to watch me play. I have a lot of siblings, I have a lot of cousins, and I'm the oldest of them all, so I always wanted them to be able to watch me, and I wanted to kind of set the tone for all the younger kids in my family. Yeah,
you're a great role model. You're doing a really good job at it. Keep it up.
Yeah, fantastic.
Savina, not only do we have the same last name.
I know. We must be related somehow.
Pretty cool. But we're both from Northern California. Shout out to Manteca and South City. Josh would know the best athletes come out of Northern California, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Well, you play middle infield. You're entering your senior year. I'll pose the same question to you. What do you look to improve upon in your game this year?
I think same thing with Joel, my mindset. Again, it's my last year. I probably won't play, I won't play competitive softball ever again. So just going all out, giving it my all. I think just working on, my mindset, being consistent, and just no errors, better batting average, all that.
Nice. And for you, I think it's really cool. You play with your sister on the team, right?
Yes.
What's that experience? What's that experience been like for you?
So we have played with each other like through travel ball in high school. So it's really not something we're not used to. We're super close. We have like the same friends growing up. So I don't really look at her as my sister, more of as a friend. I kind of forget also that she is younger than me. I think of her as the same age as me, but then I get checked sometimes. But I do really like it. It's good. We push each other and we have like tough criticism to each other because we are siblings. So it really works in our favor. If we want to hear like the real truth about each other, we just ask.
That's awesome.
And we learn and grow. So it's great.
Yeah. I feel like that's something you can look back on in 30 years and really appreciate that you got to have those moments. Yeah, no,
it's a great experience, especially college. Like high school is fun, trial ball is fun, but college is a whole different level. And so being able to do that with each other is really fun.
Nice. Well, Josh, you're entering your senior year as a guard on the team. Yes, I know you've been a little banged up with the shoulder injury, but you're on your way back. First off, how's your recovery and rehab process going, and what aspects of your game have improved during the off season?
Yeah, my recovery has been tough. It's like I've been doing it like 2 times a day recently, just so I can get on the court as fast as I can. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a process of just, shooting, dribbling, and all that. Just slowly trying to get better. Everything, like she said. So, just everything. Trying to get my percentages up, and hopefully play overseas after. So that's my goal at the end of this.
Oh, nice. Where do you want to play overseas?
Maybe like Australia, somewhere around there. Okay. But wherever, because I have a bunch of coaches throughout my college careers that played overseas in China and Japan. One of our assistant coaches has played in Japan, Coach Dan. So yeah, just anywhere across the I can get paid to play basketball.
Well, that'd be a great experience.
Yeah.
Really would be. Allison, you've been here all 4 years at HPU. How has your perspective as a student athlete changed over the last 4 years?
I would say, we've had a lot of coaches. I've had 4 coaches in my 4 years here. So I think kind of adapting to each coaching style and kind of just pushing through and having a lot of resilience.
What have you been working on in the off season, and what do you look to improve upon during this season?
This off season, I've definitely been working on shooting, getting my shooting percentage up, and kind of finding the right shots for me, as well as kind of trying to facilitate the ball better.
Nice. Well, I'm going to pose that question to myself for what I've been working on.
Yes, please. I should have done that. What are you going to work on, Vincent?
Well, personally, I'm working on improving my endurance on the mound, being able to pitch multiple innings out of the bullpen, and then also focusing on getting a lot more movement on my sinker and my slider to allow that to play in the zone. They're both already really good pitches, but I think they can get a lot better. And I'm like my harshest critic, so I know I'm capable of being as best as I can. And this year I think we have a really talented pitching staff. I think it's even more talented than last year, and that's really saying something because our pitching staff was really good last year. We put up good numbers, and we were a big reason why we won a lot of games last year. So I'm really excited to see what this group does this year, and I'll be ready whenever my number's called out of the bullpen.
And your go-to pitch would be the sinker or the fastball, or?
It depends on the day. I'll tell you that.
Depends on the batter.
Depends on the matchup. Yeah. All of those things come into effect. But honestly, I feel like I could roll out of bed and throw both pitches whenever I want. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We're all seniors. I want to pose this question. As a captain, I take my leadership role in the team very seriously. For you guys, it may change depending on your role. But how are you as seniors, people who have been college athletes for the last 4 years, kind of try to influence and help the younger people in your squad?
I'll go first. Okay. Is this on?
It's on.
Okay.
It's on.
So I am a transfer, so I haven't been here for all 4 years, but I learned a lot last year coming in because last year was my first year. So I know working well with the freshmen, because we have such a big freshman class, in one-on-one individually, that's how I learned best. So I tried to implement that when I'm talking to the freshmen, especially same positions. So just helping them out, pulling them aside, asking them if they have questions, so they're prepared for when our senior class leaves, because we have a big senior class this year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm from a JUCO, so freshman, sophomore year, I definitely been through that grind. And so when I'm a junior, senior here, when freshmen come in, I feel they can get distracted easily and stuff like that. And I feel like just, creating a path for them to, like, just focus on what you're here for, and remind them, like, you're here to play, sport, get your education, and but also have a good time, but to not, time manage your lifestyle.
Okay.
Time management. Always back to that. Yeah.
This year for me personally, I'm trying to be more of a vocal leader and kind of being the person to, like, get up in front of everybody and, tell them what to do, but also lead by example. But I think for me, the biggest thing as far as how I want to lead the team this year is I want to create an environment for the newbies where it's like, don't be afraid to fail. Because, being a senior, playing this game throughout college all 4 years, when you fail and you get down on yourself, that's it,
Right.
And just trying to teach the newbies, like, don't be afraid of failure, especially baseball and softball. Like, this is the game of failure. Mm-hmm. You're going to fail majority of the time and still be considered good. So
That's true. That's very true about baseball and softball, right? Like, most of the time, if you hit 3 out of 10, you're considered a great player, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of different. Is it different for basketball, you think? Like, if you shoot... What is the goal to shoot maybe?
I mean, if you're shooting 3 out of 10, then we're leaving you open every time. Like, we're not guarding you. We're just,
So you want to hit like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're wide open shots you should be making like 6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But if you're guarded, like, the rule of thumb is, like, you should be making half that percentages, so like 40, 50%. So yeah, if you're
Very
shooting 3 out of
sports.
if you're shooting 3 out of 10, we're leaving you open every time. Like, that's what the scouting report's for.
Let him shoot as much as possible.
Let him shoot. Yeah.
Go for the rebound.
I think being a freshman here and kind of coming from the mainland, I think, and we have all of our new people are also from the mainland, so I feel like it is kind of a cultural adjustment as well, and kind of getting accustomed to that, and just like living in a different place anywhere. I think you're going to run into a lot of different things, and kind of speaking from my personal experience to help them and just ask them if they need anything or help with whatever.
Nice. Well, we're going to have to step aside really quick. Before we do, support for HPR comes from Hawai'i Pacific University, offering the Doctor of Physical Therapy program, MBA certifications, and military campus programs for service members. Learn more at hpu.edu. You're listening to Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network's 95.1 FM and AM 760.
Welcome back to Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network. Our athlete roundtable is in full swing. Now, being a student athlete isn't just about taking your sport seriously, but it's imperative we take our academic goals, schedule, and challenges seriously too. And I really want to know, pick your guys' brains on what your major is, how your academic life has been going here at HPU, and then what you guys look forward to in your future careers.
So I'm a public health major. I've been a public health major all 4 years, and thankfully I was able to transfer it from my old school. I want to become a PA, a physician's assistant.
Oh, wow.
So I'm working on getting all the requirements to apply to PA school, hopefully within the next year. I don't know what specialty I want to go into yet. That will probably come with PA school. But working as an MA is really helping me get excited for PA school, because I'm really excited to go to work every day. It's so fun. Grade-wise, I have a pretty good GPA. I'm struggling a little bit in epidemiology because that class is hard. But overall GPA, I think I have a 3.87.
Hey,
impressive. GPA is a 3.9.
Good job.
So I'm doing really good.
The best GPA?
Don't mean to flex, sorry, but I think I feel really confident and really good in my GPA, so that will help me in PA school as well. So
I know PA school, and that's exciting. It's starting out the first classes in January of next year. Is that right?
Yeah, so applications I know are already started. So thankfully, one of my professors actually interviewed some of the PA people, and so I was like, "Hey, can you give me some tips and tricks?" So
that's
when I
great.
apply, so I have really good resources, and I'm using all of them while I'm in school and have them all. So
You'll be ready.
yep,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
For me, I'm also a public health major. This is the first time ever in school I've maintained a 4.0. So,
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Yeah, going all out senior year.
Yeah.
Academic weapon right here. As far as what I want to do after I graduate, I'm not 100% sure, but if I could pick a job, it'd be a stay-at-home mom. It's my dream job right there. For real. But yeah, as far as my career goes, not really 100% sure what I want to do with my degree yet, but I'll find something.
I'm sure you will. 4.0. Congrats. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a communication studies, and
All right.
yeah, everybody laughs about that. It's fine. It's fine.
No, that's a great major.
You know, it gets the job done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to, you know, do like sports broadcasting and stuff like that, like Mr. Paul over there. I want to just kind of, you know,
Wow.
yeah, be a shadow of his. Cause
So this is
what
exactly, this is where you,
yeah,
this is your
yeah, this is
arena.
what I
This is
kind of
what
want
you-
to do. So
So in a couple of
hopefully,
years,
like,
you're going to be, you know, big star on the radio. probably.
hopefully, or like, well, my main goal is play overseas, but yeah, back up. Yeah, I'd love to do this.
After it.
Yeah, and
after.
then yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a criminal justice major, and I'm hoping to go to law school. I'm actually taking the LSAT today.
Wow.
Good luck. You're going to do
So,
well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Where would you like to go to law school?
I think probably back in Idaho, where I'm from. But I'd also love to like go to a new place, like maybe South Carolina or like New York or something.
Oh,
Would
New
also
York,
be
yeah.
very cool.
Well, good luck. I'm sure you're going to do great today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like we're some academic weapons over here.
I know. Everybody's so 3.8, 4.0. I don't know if we should ask.
Girl, that's not your own. Yeah, it's not.
It's all right.
And what brought everybody? Does anybody want? What brought you to HPU? Like, what was the first thing that you thought of? I gotta go.
For me,
Yeah.
my sister already committed here, and
Oh,
so when
okay.
I was like in the transfer portal or thinking of transferring I went to Western Oregon. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I was going to go back home, but then my dad was like, you should play with your sister.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, like
a great
that
idea.
sounds great. And I was debating on just playing softball or not still, and so that really pushed me to like want to play with her again.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted Shorty, and she was like, yep, we're looking for a middle infielder, and it all worked out.
It must
So
be
that
great
brought
to
me,
play
and
with
I
your
love
sister,
living
yeah.
here. It's great.
Yeah,
It's awesome. It's beautiful, fun.
Yeah, it's
Way
a great
better than
experience.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her major?
She's a psych major, but she just added a minor in pre-med studies. She's trying to go to med
Wow.
school. Yeah, so
Impressive. Wow.
she's trying to
Wow.
up me.
What about you, Jewel?
I wanted to stay home for college for sure. What brought me to HPU though was growing up, the clubs that I played for, like when I was 10, 11, 12, we'd always come to the HPU softball clinics.
Yeah.
And so I always loved HPU softball. You know, I always followed with HPU softball growing up, and I knew Coach Brian Nakasone.
Yeah.
And
Some legendary teams, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then my good high school friend, her name's Tita Sandas, she came here to HPU and
Yeah.
she played, and she was like, hey, you should just come here. So I said, oh, okay. I went to a camp.
Yeah.
Shorty offered me. Here I am.
And here you are. You worked
Yep.
out. Now you're
Yep.
right about to graduate.
Yep.
Yeah. Congrats. Josh?
Yeah, I had like 5 different schools I was thinking about going to, and then.
But you made
yeah,
the
they
right
were-
decision. You
Yeah, I came. I loved HPI.
Yeah.
This is the best decision I've ever made, just coming here. But like, yeah, the other places were like Colorado down south. I was like, nah, it's
Yeah.
like gonna be too cold.
Yeah.
And Washington, Kansas, I was like, nah, I can't. So then I like when Hawaii came, I was like, yeah, I want to go to Hawaii.
is it.
And my older brother lives here as well. He is in the Hawaii Symphony out here in the orchestra.
wow.
Yeah, so.
So you
He's
have
the-
family out here too?
Yeah, just my older brother.
Yeah.
Just my older brother. So yeah, my family, yeah, it's just we're grinders for sure. So
That's
yeah,
great.
that's what definitely like helped me and motivate me to like move here, is having some family out here.
And
Yeah.
Allison?
Yeah, basketball and getting
Yeah.
recruited is what brought me out
Yeah.
here. But I also kind of wanted to go somewhere far away from home
Mhm.
and kind of have a new experience. And this is like the perfect place. For
And
that.
it's been amazing so far. Now that you're,
yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place for sure.
And how about favorite beaches? I mean, maybe we'll start with Joel. What's your favorite beach?
For somebody who was born and raised here
Yeah,
in Hawaii,
born
I
and
don't
raised.
really go to the beach a lot, but I
okay.
feel like it's because high school and college is just, you have softball every weekend.
Yeah.
You have school and softball. Like, softball's life, you know? You can hit the
Well,
beach
growing
after I
up,
graduate.
when we were in high
Oh,
school.
man. growing up, my family, we would always used to just drive around the island.
Uh-huh.
So we'd go east all the way up north, and we would just stop at every single beach. So I can't really say I have a favorite.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Josh?
Waikiki Beach is the best beach ever.
Of course.
Of course.
So
Waikiki.
get this
We
guy.
never hear locals really say Waikiki too much.
Waikiki is not for the locals. That's for sure.
Nah, I like Makapu for sure. Makapu is
that's
probably
beautiful,
one of
yeah.
the best ones
Yeah.
for sure.
Allison?
Yeah, I agree. Makapu
Makapu?
or Kailua.
Kailua? Yeah.
Sandy's. Just kidding.
Oh,
Just
that's
kidding.
another-
Just
no.
kidding. Any like West Side. My boyfriend lives over there, so
okay.
we go over
Yeah.
there. He's on the baseball team. How to shout him out.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out Kainoa.
What about you,
Yeah.
Vincent?
My favorite beach is Sherwoods out in Waimanalo. I really like the calm
Waimanalo's
vibe.
beautiful too.
It really is.
Yeah.
So last Sunday we had a student athlete advisory committee event where we had kind of like an athlete extravaganza where all athletes were, jammed into the Shark Tank, and we were split up into different teams, intermixed with all different sports, and we were out there playing soccer, 3-on-3 basketball, half-court volleyball, spike ball, cornhole, a lot of different things, even Jenga. And Josh, me and you were on the same team. I'm curious to know, for me personally, soccer was my favorite event that we played, and I thought it was a really fun time. What was your guys' favorite event to play over the last weekend?
So unfortunately, my group didn't get to play volleyball or basketball, and that would have been really fun.
Same.
But honestly, I like Jenga. It was really fun. We didn't get to play soccer either, so we just did the other ones. But Jenga was fun. It was really competitive, and it was like such a simple game, but we made it fun. So
Yeah, for my group too, we didn't get to play volleyball or basketball. But I also have to second that with Sav. Jenga was really fun. It was really
Jenga, wow.
competitive.
I think for me it was spike ball. We didn't get to play soccer. I think it would have been soccer, but yeah.
Jenga?
I'm more of a cornhole guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cornhole was pretty fun. I think it's just like I don't know. It's just fun. I
It
guess.
sounds like a great experience. Is that like every year do we do that? Or how
Yeah,
often is
every
that?
year. I mean, last year they had it at the Ala Moana, like where the grass field is, and we just
Right.
had like a spike ball tournament, and it was fun. But like this
fantastic.
one, I think it's just like all different sports.
So all the athletes kind of come together?
Yeah, all the athletes come together. You just get to meet new athletes. I think it's a great event that,
Right.
Tucker, one of my teammates, he's president for SAC, so I think he does a good job at just, having everybody come together and
Yeah.
just meet new people.
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
fantastic. Yeah.
What do you? I'm curious. This I know. Sorry, voice of God stepping in.
Who is that?
I'm a little bit curious with this question. Were there any sports that you guys were considering playing in college other than the ones that you are right now? Or what were your other sports that growing up you really fell in love with and just kind of fell behind because you were better at other ones?
That's a good question.
Baseball for sure. My
Okay.
mom, like, Wait, what? Nah, baseball for sure. I think I could have went to the league. I promise you.
All right. Turn his mic off.
Hey, it's
The
not
reason
too
why
late.
I quit baseball is because, as baseball players know, like, you have long days. Like, it's a year-round sport. You're there from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Right.
Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Like, it is not.
So it was a time thing.
It's a
right?
time thing,
Yeah.
and my mom
just
was
not
like,
built for
"Let's
the
take a
life, you
break,"
know?
and so I stopped playing baseball, and I picked up a basketball. and here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
So are you going to say basketball?
Oh no. I'm not coordinated like that to play basketball.
Okay. What is your?
Honestly, growing up, I played baseball pretty much
Just
up until
straight,
straight baseball up until I think middle school. Then I started softball, so I was playing both baseball and softball. But growing up, I was like, oh, I love baseball. I'm playing baseball forever.
Wow.
And then it kind of crushed me when I had to start playing softball. But here I am. I'm enjoying it. So
for me, I played soccer growing up too, and then I actually really liked soccer, and I was playing softball at the same time. My parents started us at like 4 for both sports, so I've been playing a long time. And then when I was like 9, they're like, all right, you need to pick a sport to like you pick one
Right.
to go like to get you into college. And so I picked softball, and then my sister was the same way, and she was playing soccer and softball, and then I was like, shoot, I want to follow Savina. So then she picked softball, and then my other sister, I have 2 younger sisters, she was playing softball, and then she was like, no, I don't like softball. Now she plays tennis. So
Oh, I play tennis. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a great sport too. Yeah. What about you, Vincent?
For me,
Always baseball or
no. Honestly, I play a lot of sports. Basketball, soccer,
basketball?
football. But honestly, I was better at soccer than I am at baseball. Growing up,
Wow.
I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a standout forward, scoring a lot of goals, and then
a lot of great athletes on this show. Wow.
and I fell in love with pizza and cheeseburgers, and put on a couple pounds, and I started to not like the running as much, so I kind of transitioned to being a goalkeeper, and I was a really good goalkeeper.
Oh.
And then I was like, I kind of like baseball. This soccer thing's kind of boring. But yeah, I've been in love with baseball ever since I was a kid, and I don't think that love for the game will ever stop.
Allison?
Probably volleyball. Yeah,
Oh,
I played in
okay.
high school, state runner-up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, flex.
But yeah, I don't think I would have because I love basketball.
Yeah.
It's definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. It's going to be kind of hard when you graduate because, softball and baseball are kind of hard to keep going after you graduate, right? It's kind of like hard to...
Yeah,
it's not like basketball, right? You can,
like slow pitch. Slow pitch is more fun.
Yep.
You keep playing, but it's just a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's just slow and fun, and you're just running around having fun.
Guys, stay tuned. We're going to wrap up with some final thoughts from our amazing and talented guests. We'll be right back with more Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to Sharks Weekly on the Hawaii Sports Radio Network's 95.1 FM and AM 760.
Hi again, everybody. You're listening to Sharks Weekly, Athlete Roundtable with Vicente Molina, Savina Molina, Joel Larson, Josh Niusulu, and Allison Ross, as well as our co-host, Greg Fishbach. Guys, this weekend we're going to be busy out on the field, on the court. Let our beautiful listeners know what you guys got going this weekend for your squads. Savina?
So this Saturday we play Fullerton and Hilo. We play them at 11 and 3. So make sure to come out and support us.
Doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Wow.
It's just a preseason game, but we're really excited, ready to get on the field and show what we got this year.
For men's basketball, we have a game on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, it's against Alaska Anchorage at the Shark Tank. I'll look at the times later. I don't know. I think it's at
7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
It's 7.
Perfect. And then Saturday at
7
again at Chaminade, though. So
Chaminade, okay.
Chaminade.
Yeah.
All right.
And then for women's basketball, we play on Sunday at Hilo, so you can stream it.
Nice.
Awesome. And then for HPU baseball, we got inter squads at Hans Larange Park, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5:45 p.m. first pitch for all three of those games. Speaking of baseball and softball, on Halloween we had the first ever slow pitch Halloween baseball softball tournament. Not to brag, our team, we went undefeated, and we won against your team on a walk-off. Shout out to Jordan Ochin for hitting the walk-off, and Ryan Inouye for setting more saves records for HPU. But I'm curious to know what you guys thought of that event. I thought it was really fun, and I know it's something both of our programs are going to continue to do.
I thought it was really fun. I think it's a great idea to have baseball and softball intermix, and I thought it was really funny what you guys dressed up as, and even like have it like the softball girls on each of our teams like creating a theme, and yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. I had so much fun, and like mixing in with the teams and like getting to know your guys' team more. Like it was so fun. Your guys' personalities on your team. I was laughing the whole time.
Nice. So are we. Well, we're going to end this with a quick rapid fire for the whole table here.
Oh, wow.
First question, staying on the Halloween topic. What were you guys for Halloween this year?
Well, I only dressed up for the game, and I was a pirate.
For the game, I also dressed up, and my team, we dressed up as our coaching staff, and so I was Coach Tita. She's pregnant, so I was just a pregnant lady for Halloween.
I was Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Of course.
I was kind of boring. I was Rapunzel, but two girls on our team were Vector and Gru from Despicable Me.
That's funny.
Megan, our 6'3" girl, was Gru, so you could see her like walking down Waikiki with her little bald cap on, and she like stuffed her like jacket so it looked like her shoulders were like all hunched. So,
Greg, were you anything for Halloween?
I did not dress up, I have to say. I was going to go as Jeff because we were here on Halloween last week, and I forgot to bring my Jeff Rich costume.
Cool. Well, I was a sensei, and I thought it was cool. What's your guys' like ideal post-game meal? after a long day of playing your sport?
If we're in California, In-N-Out. If we're here, I could go with like Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
After a game for me, anything. I'm just hungry. Anything. I'll eat anything after a game.
Yeah, In-N-Out if we're in the Bay. For the Shark Tank, we either Cane's or whenever our like sponsors comes and cooks for us. Those are the best. Like, yeah.
Probably Cane's for me
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
So staying on the
Yeah.
food topic, if you could have dinner with any athlete, past or present, who would it be and why?
I'll just go with my favorite softball player, Sis Bates. She's a great softball player, and I just would love to just talk to her about the game.
For me, Grace Lyons Turk. She was the Oklahoma shortstop. She's awesome. Love her.
There's only one right answer, and it's Stephen Curry.
I can't think. Probably, I think Serena Williams would be a cool one.
That would be
Nice,
cool.
yeah.
Different,
Yeah.
spicy.
What about rivalries? Who are the big rivals you think for each individual team that you see maybe on island and off island?
I'll do off island.
Okay.
I'd say Concordia. We
Concordia, okay.
had a good run at them last year, but I feel really confident this year we
Okay,
got
you're
all
going
4.
down. Okay.
Yeah, we got all 4 this year.
Okay.
On island, definitely we want to be the best Hawaii team.
Mm-hmm.
Chaminade, Hilo, we're coming
Yeah.
for you this year.
Of course.
I'm going to sweep you guys.
Off island, I think probably Point Loma. It was a battle last year with them,
Uh-huh.
so just having those top 3 seeds, top seeds,
Yeah.
and going to battle with them, those are always fun. But yeah, Chaminade already knows. They already know. They already know.
They already know.
Yeah, Chaminade on
Yeah.
island, and
Yeah.
then probably Azusa. off.
Azusa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
For baseball on island,
Yeah, baseball, yeah.
I think it's equal with Chaminade and Hilo. We like each other, but we also do not like each other.
Chaminade's got kind of a newer baseball team, right?
Yeah, last year was their first year.
Right.
They stole a couple games on us, and we just got to be better when we play them. But we finished strong with them. We
Yeah.
swept them the end of the year and clinched a
Fantastic.
spot in the Pac West
Yeah.
tournament.
Ended strong for sure.
Ended
Yes.
strong. And on the island, I'd say Point Loma. They got the better
Point
end of us
Loma.
last year, but we're hungry for more and we want to play them again. So, and they're a really good squad. So it's a good matchup for us.
Yeah, rivalries are always fun, right?
Yeah. I'm curious, do you guys have any pregame superstitions?
I put my socks on first before anything, and then my sliders, and then my pants. I guess that's a superstition.
I don't have a superstition, but I have the same meal before a game.
What's that?
What is that? Yeah.
McDonald's pancakes.
No, I agree. Pre-game meal is essential. I think I get a Subway every time.
Subway.
Subway with a red Gatorade and salt vinegar chips. Yeah, so that's my go-to.
Okay.
That's crazy, but definitely caffeine.
Oh,
Some
so
sort of
like,
caffeine,
so
coffee.
Okay.
Energy drink.
What's your energy drink of choice?
Alani.
Nice.
Yeah.
Flavor? Specific flavor?
Probably, the slushy one. I can't remember exactly.
The cherry
what it is.
slush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, well, I live with 3 other roommates. Shout out to Landon Argerbright, Connor Horgan, and Enrique Espinoza. We all share one car because we're all from the mainland,
Uh-huh.
and we carpool to our games. It's probably like a 20-minute, 30-minute drive to our field. But for me, I personally always drive. I have to be in the driver's seat on game day.
Okay.
It just gets my mind right.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. For me, my walkout song is Blow the Whistle by Too Short. I'm curious, I know you guys have walk-up songs. What's your walk-up song? And then for you guys,
what a
do you,
good question.
do you guys have like
Yeah.
a pump-up song that you play before a game?
I haven't picked my walk-up song for this year yet, but I'll give my last year one. So it's Met Gala by Gunna.
Nice.
Fire song.
Slime.
I usually pick a 50 Cent song every year, so
Okay.
we'll see which one this is this year.
I don't know.
50 Cent, right?
I don't know. A walk-up song,
Yeah.
or
He's
like,
not cool
or like
like
just
that.
like a pre-game song that like turns me up.
Yeah.
Anything.
Probably "Hot" by Young Thug. Free Young Thug.
No Role Models by J. Cole.
Oh.
That's really cool. One last,
Do we have time for one more?
one last
more?
one, really quick. Shout out the person that you're really thankful for.
Savina.
Sorry, Joel. Layla.
I would say my family, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom and my dad.
I'd be right there with you. Shout out to my family and all my friends.
Family.
Well, today's show has given us fantastic insights into HBU athletics and the student-athlete experience of what it takes and means to be a Shark here at HBU. Big thanks to Greg Fischbach, Bailey Furman, Joel Larson, Savina Molina, Josh Niusulu. I will get that right. I apologize. Allison Ross, our producer Paul Breck, and myself, Vicente Molina, for making today's show possible. Thank you to all our beautiful listeners for joining us. Don't miss the chance to support HPU Athletics this season by tuning into each week and following us online. In case you missed part of this episode or want to hear an old episode, you can search for Hawai'i Sports Radio Network, where most podcasts are available, or visit the Hawai'i Sports Radio Network YouTube channel and find a playlist titled Sharks Weekly for behind-the-scenes action here at the HBU Esports Arena, powered by DSE Hawaii. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in alongside our fantastic crew. I'm Vicente Molina. You've been listening to Sharks Weekly on the Hawai'i Sports Radio Network.